We have discussed about the oogenesis and spermatogenesis, that is the production of sperm and ovum. Now we'll discuss about the fertilization process, that is fusion of sperm and ovum. How the fertilization process occurs in human being. Now the site of fertilization is ampullary ischemic region. When the sperm is produced, then it will enter through the vagina into this region of this fallopian tube, that is ampullary ischemic region. The egg is also produced, which will be captured by the fimbriae of infundibulum, and it will come in this region, and the fusion will take place. For the fusion, we have discussed about the structure of the sperm, that having at the anterior part was consisted of the acrosome. The acrosome of sperm having the enzyme known as hyaluronidase, which will help in dissolving the zona pellucida layer of the ovum, and it will get entry inside the ovum. When one sperm will enter inside the ovum, then it becomes impervious. It becomes the entry of other sperm becomes stopped. That means that type of phenomena is known as monospermy. That means only one sperm is allowed to enter inside the ovum. Now this meiosis 1 will complete, and the oocyte, secondary oocyte and second polar body will be formed. Now the fusion of nucleus will take place, that is known as karyogamy, and that will be followed by fusion of chromosome also, and this phenomena is known as amphimixis of the fusion, and this will lead to the zygote. The zygote is diploid in nature, and if the chromosome is XX type, that is X from the female parent and X from the male parent, then such type of fetus will be female, and if the parent from father having Y chromosome and from mother X chromosome, then the fetus will be male. Now this is known as zygote formation. Now this zygote will undergo cleavage, that means mitotic division. It will give rise to 2 cells, then 4 cells, then 8 cells, then 16 cells, and all these cells are known as blastomeres. These blastomere, when the zygote is at 8 to 16 cell stage, then that stage is known as morula stage. That structure will be now known as morula. Now this morula will undergo further mitotic division to produce more number of cells, and that will undergo the arrangement. The blastomeres will arrange in such a way that outer layer and inner layer. The outer layer is known as trophoblast, which will be embedded in the endometrium of the uterus, and the inner mass of cells will form the embryo proper, undergoes differentiation process for the formation of embryo, and this stage is known as blastocyst stage, having the 2-layered structure, that is trophoblast and the inner cell mass, and this blastocyst will be get embedded in the endometrium wall of the uterus, and this phenomena is known as implantation, and now the pregnancy is established. After implantation, the development of placenta will take place. For that, on the trophoblast region, finger-like projection will arise, and that is known as chorionic villi, which will be surrounded by the uterine tissue, that is the endometrium wall, then the maternal blood, and in this way the fetus get embedded. So here there is a connection between the fetus and the mother, that is known as the structural and functional unit, which is established between the mother and the fetus, and that is known as placenta. This placenta will functions by various means. Like, first of all, we have to study that how the placenta and the embryo is connected. The embryo and the placenta is connected by the umbilical cord. Now, what are the functions which are performed by placenta are, first of all, whatever the nutrition which will be given to the fetus from the mother, so all type of nutrition, then oxygen will be supplied to the fetus by the placenta. In the same way, the CO2 and other excretory product, waste material should be thrown out from the fetus body to the mothers through this placenta. And one more very important function of this placenta is that endocrinal function. That means it acts as the secretion endocrine gland, and by secreting these hormones, the first hormone is HCG, HPL, estrogen and progesterone. 4 hormones are there, and during latter stage it will also secrete relaxin. So in this way, all these hormones are necessary for the pregnancy, for maintenance of pregnancy and other functions, and in this way it plays very important role as endocrinal gland. Now during that pregnancy period, ovary will also secrete these hormones, that is cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc., and that will discuss also. So in this way, placenta is very important part, which is connection with the structural and functional unit between the mother and the fetus, which is necessary for providing nutrition, oxygen and the removal of the waste material, then as endocrinal gland. Now we will discuss about the development of the fetus.
This figure is showing the development of the extraembryonic membrane or placenta. The placenta is the connection between the developing fetus and the mother. This placenta have these layers, that is chorion, then amnion and this allantois. These are the different layers of placenta which you can see here in the figure. Now this placenta is responsible for the removal of waste products, CO2, etc. from the fetus body, and it is also responsible for providing nutrition, then oxygen to the fetus. Now this placenta is the connection, it is connected with the mother's body with the help of the umbilical cord. At the same time, placenta has a very important role as endocrinal gland, as it is secreting different types of endocrinal secretion, that is different types of hormones which are necessary.
After studying the development of the placenta, now we will discuss about the development of the fetus. The gestation period in human being is about 9 months. Gestation period means the duration of the implantation until the birth of the child. That duration is known as gestation period. Now this 9 months is divided into 3 trimesters. First trimester is first 3 months, then 4th to 6th month is second trimester, and then 7th to 9th month is known as third trimester. Now we have already discussed that there are 2 layers, trophoblast and inner cell mass. That inner cell mass is divided into 2, outer layer and inner layer. Outer layer is known as ectoderm and inner is known as endoderm. In this way 2 layers are differentiated. Now soon after this, then the third layer arises between these 2, and that is known as mesoderm, because it is in between the ectoderm and endoderm. All these derms or the germ layers will undergo the process of organogenesis. Means all of these will take part in the formation of different organs, and the organogenesis will take place. Now this one more thing is there here important, that the inner cell mass also contains some stem cells, which is very important because they have the potency that they can develop different tissues and organs. So that's why the stem cells are very, very important. Now the development of the fetus. After first month, that is at the end of the first month, the heart will form and the heart sound starts appearing, and that can be heard or listened from outside by the help of the stethoscope, and that is the fetus, the pregnancy can be established. That is that we studied that the heart sound is coming, that means first month is over. Now after the second month, the limbs and digits of legs and hands will appear. Now at the end of the second trimester, that is after the 6th month, most of the first trimester, that is first trimester or third month, at the end of third month, maximum organs are fully developed, they are formed, and that is known as organogenesis. That means organs are formed but in very small like rudimentary form, and that is known as organogenesis. So organogenesis is completed at the end of the first trimester. Now the fetus will move toward the 4th and 5th month. In the 5th month, the movement starts and the appearance of the hair on the head. Now, in the 6th month, the body is covered with fine hairs and eyelid will separate, eyelashes will form at the end of the 6th month. And now, the 7th, 8th and 9th month, the fetus will grow in size, and at the end of the 3rd trimester, that is after the just end of the 9th month, the baby or the fetus is completely developed and it is ready for parturition. Now, there we have to study that first trimester is the most sensitive part of the fetus. During that time, this is most sensitive from various point of view. So, before taking any medicine or other things, we should consult the doctors. Second and third trimester is also sensitive, but first trimester is more sensitive. Otherwise, different types of deformities can develop in the developing fetus, and such cases also known as monaster, like that. Now the process at the end of the 3rd trimester, the parturition will occur or the delivery of the baby will occur. That we'll see now.
In this diagram, you can see the development of the zygote, how the fertilized egg or zygote will enter into the division. It will undergo division to form 2 cell, then 4 cell, 8 cell, 16 cell. In this way, it will form the 16 celled stages. Now, all these cells are known as blastomeres. At this stage, it is known as morula stage. Now, this morula stage will enter into the blastocyst stage. That means it will undergo division to form more cells, and they will be differentiated into 2 layers. This outermost layer is known as trophoblast, and with having this inner cell mass and having the antrum, which is filled with the fluid. Now, this trophoblast will get embedded in the endometrium wall of the uterine, and then it will undergo the pregnancy, and finally it will give rise to different stages of the fetus. You can see this is the fetus of different duration, that is 4 weeks, 10 weeks, 16 weeks, 20 weeks. Now there are 3 layers, germ layers, the ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, which all these germ layers will undergo the formation of different types of organs, that is organogenesis, and finally the fetus will develop in 9 months, because the 9 month is the gestation period in human, which can be divided into 3 trimesters: primary, secondary and tertiary.
Now, after the development of the baby, that is the end of the gestation period, that is after 9 months, the mature baby or the mature fetus is expelled out from the body, delivered out from the body, and that phenomena is known as parturition. It is under the control of some hormones, that is relaxin, which will help in the relaxing of the part of the female's body. Then a vigorous contraction in uterus will arise. The fully developed fetus as well as the placenta induce the contraction, due to that the strong contraction occurs inside the uterus, and that is known as fetal ejection reflex. All these results in the release of the hormone oxytocin from the pituitary, which will act on the muscle of the uterus, and the strong uterine contraction will arise, and that will finally leads to expulsion of the baby outside the body, and that is known as parturition. Just after the birth of the baby, the placenta is also thrown out of the body, and then in this way the parturition process occurs. During the pregnancy time, the mammary glands undergo differentiation, and at the end of the pregnancy, that is just after the birth of the child, the lactation occurs. That means secretion of the milk from the mammary gland. It is under the control of the hormone, that is prolactin, and this milk, this the previous milk of just after the birth to 3-4 days, that milk is known as colostrum, which is highly nutritive, as well as it having different types of immunoglobulin, that is the antibodies that is necessary for the infant to prevent the infant from different types of allergy, different types of attack of the virus, bacteria, etc. So immunity power is provided by that colostrum, as well as it is giving nutrition also. Mainly the main immunoglobulin present, antibody present is IgA. So this is necessary for the growth of the child, its maintenance of the health. All these things are required, and that is controlled by the this lactation process and this colostrum. So colostrum is very, very important. So the feeding of this milk during the initial stages is very, very necessary and important.